We'll start by chanting the evening bell chant in English, which I neglected to put into the chat tonight, and I apologize. Hearing the sound of the bell, all thinking is cut off. Wisdom grows, enlightenment appears, hell is left behind. The three worlds are transcended. Vowing to become Buddha and save all people, the mantra of shattering hell. Om Garajya Sabaha. Om Garajya Sabaha. Om Garajya Sabaha. Take refuge. Buddham Saranam Gacchami. Dhammam Saranam Gacchami. Sangham Saranam Gacchami. I go for refuge in the Buddha. I go for refuge in the Dharma. I go for refuge in the Sangha. Buddham Saranam Gacchami. Dhammam Saranam Gacchami. Sangham Saranam Gacchami. All right, greetings all. We're going to start with our typical 15 minutes of seated meditation. Though someone may injure you in some way, you must keep a settled, not moving mind. Do not give in to anger or resentment. When a single angry thought appears in your mind, countless obstacles are born. Let's chant the Gatha on opening the sutras. This Dharma, incomparably profound and minutely subtle, is rarely encountered, even in hundreds of thousands of millions of ages. Now we see it, hear it, hold and maintain it. May we completely realize the true mind of all Buddhas. So, good to see everyone. Put your shoes, take your shoes off, put your feet up, sit comfortably, have a cold beverage. I'm having one even though it's not a feels like of 112 degrees this week. And that's Celsius, Minwei. It felt like it. So, the name of this Sangha is One Mind Zen Sangha. There's original mind, there's one mind, there's open mind, there's ordinary mind, probably a few others where the first word doesn't start with an O, but a lot of Zen Sanghas have the word mind in their names. And to some extent, I think we all fall prey to being somewhere between maybe not knowing or having forgotten or just making it so generic it's like Kleenex mind, Pepsi mind. It's like you don't even think about it. It's just part of the name, and it's like, okay, fine, yes, tonight I'm going to sit with one mind. Tomorrow night I'm going to sit with original mind. Nobody really thinks about what original or one or open, ordinary, any of these actually means. We may think we do. We may have a conceptual idea of what the O word and the M word might be, but, it's a concept, right? So that's not great. As I said, we're named One Mind, which I decided we would use because I am such a big fan of Huang Bo. And let me read something to you from Huang Bo. All the Buddhas and sentient beings are nothing but one mind, besides which nothing exists. This mind, which is without beginning, is unborn and indestructible. It is not green nor yellow. It has neither form nor appearance. It does not belong to the categories of things which exist or do not exist, nor can it be thought of in terms of new or old. It is neither long nor short, big or small, for it transcends all limits, measures, names, traces, and comparisons. It is that which you see before you. Begin to reason about it, and you at once fall into error. It is like the boundless void which cannot be fathomed or measured. The one mind alone is the Buddha, and there is no distinction between the Buddha and sentient beings, but that sentient beings are attached to forms and so seek externally for Buddhahood. By their very seeking, they lose it, for that is using the Buddha to seek for Buddha and using mind to grasp mind. Even though they do their utmost for a full eon, they will not be able to attain it. They do not know that if they put a stop to conceptual thought and forget their anxiety, the Buddha will appear before them. For this mind is the Buddha, and the Buddha is all living beings. It is not the less for being manifested in ordinary beings, nor is it greater for being manifest in the Buddhas. And after all these many years of putting that on the website, I still really like it. There are some things in there that are just priceless. Kongan Case 19 talks about What is the way? Ordinary mind is the way. Easily misinterpreted. Open mind. I like it. It means you're willing and will allow in other ideas, other thoughts, other points of view. Still not quite enough. Still a little on that conceptual side. Not bad, not good. Original Mind, the name of my old Sangha down in Princeton, New Jersey, with my great teacher, Taisan Doshim. The idea is that behind that name anyway is that you go back to what is the ground of the Buddhas, your true nature, things along those lines. Again, maybe it's a little too conceptual. Ordinary mind is probably the most loaded of all of them because it's so easily misinterpreted. Now, picture yourself in an argument with somebody. Heat of the moment. Fight or flight happening, blood is boiling, you're your face is red, you're seething with anger. Now, at that moment, your ordinary mind that you're having right then is probably not going to respond in quite the same way as if you were to think or act on something right after a meditation session, for example. Ordinary mind is the excuse that gets used a lot for justifying a lot of errant nonsense. There was I don't know if you're familiar with the Kalama Sutta. And that's a sutta the Buddha gave to the Kalamas. And a few years ago, 8 years ago, in fact, I did a takeoff on that where the Buddha is giving a TED talk to the Kalamericans. And the gist of the Kalama Sutta is that inherently deep down, you know wholesome from unwholesome. You know essentially right from wrong. Deep down. Your original mind, you might even say. But for example, from the blog, what do you think, my friends? Does greed appear in a man for his benefit or harm? The audience was divided on this point. The teacher continued, somewhat perplexed, but not entirely surprised due to his talent to read a crowd as if he possessed an omniscient eye. Overtaken by his greediness, he may kill, he may even steal from those who have less, tell lies, commit adultery. Then he tries to tell others and get others to do the same. How do you think this will work out? His benefit or not? And one in this blog, in this TED Talk audience, one side of the room responds with, well, maybe. And the other side of the room responds with, of course, you'd have to be stupid to think that isn't true. And bear in mind, this is from 8 years ago, so I was prescient, unfortunately. And there's a few other things. What do you think, friends? Does delusion appear in a man for his benefit or harm? For his harm. Yeah, delusions are bad. And so on and so forth. It goes through. And the Buddha does that in the Kalama Sutta. And it's like, hey, greed, bad or good? What do you think? Bad, so on and so forth. He goes through. And at one point in there, he says, but don't just take my word for it. In fact, as it says in the blog, don't rely on what you've read on Twitter, nor Facebook, nor Politico, nor Fox News, nor MSNBC or CNN saying this politician is our teacher. Call Americans when you yourselves know these things are good, these things are not troubling, these things are praised by the wise, these things will not lead to arrest and prison, these things will lead to benefit and happiness. Abide in them, abide in them. Now, the part where it says, essentially, don't take my word for it. Don't take CNN's word or some famous person who said something or, conventional wisdom, which I guess they even had 2,500 years ago. Likewise, that's where people get in trouble. Because he says, try it out. Test it. Put it to practice. And if it works for you, then brilliant. It's good. Go with it. Unfortunately, if you are operating with the deluded mind, like when you have the angry mind, you may not be at the top of your game. There may be some decisions that you make that in a cooler moment or a moment of deeper reflection, you might think better of. So if you do something outlandish and say, well, the Kalama Sutta said blah, 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 and I've heard that ordinary mind is the way, ergo, it's all good. Well, maybe not. We've heard that the three poisons of greed, anger, and delusion, greed, hatred, and delusion, greed, aversion, and delusion, whatever they might be, depends on who you ask. Well, they're called the three poisons for good reason. When we're under their influence, as ordinary a mind as you might think you have at that moment, I dare say that it's probably not the ordinary mind that the sages talked about. If you go out and you leave the auditorium from the TED Talk and justify doing something, who knows what, I'm not even going to try and imagine something, but doing something that inherently you really should know better. Your mom taught you not to do that. Why are you doing that? So we've got all these minds. The hell? Sung San talked about Don't Know Mind. Suzuki Roshi had the book Beginner's Mind, Zen Mind. There's minds all over the place. And it would be nice to define them, to define it. We have plenty of descriptions. Personally, I think Huang Bo's is closest to the mark. But don't take my word for it. Test it out. See if it works for you. They all come with baggage, though. They're all things that somebody else came up with and have been kicking around for 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 2,500 years. You might think of that as time-tested and, a good, something that's been vetted. Okay? How many things like that are totally in the realm of, as I said before, Kleenex? Just sort of a generic thing that somewhere between disregarding altogether or conceptualizing, it's lost its meaning. We talk about Don't Know Mind all the time here because we're in Sung San's lineage, right? You really got to deep down think of what that actually means, how it's manifested, how much you have to chip away at the exterior debris that we accumulate, the habits, the karma, the actions we've committed, things that are obscuring that don't know mind. One of the best descriptions of that, and I think universally across all of these minds, is that it's the mind before thought. It's that instant where when your practice is solid, you're not suffering from the 3 poisons, you have your mind right, as it were, that split second before some thought enters, you know intuitively how to respond to a given situation. Another Sung San thing is situation, relationship, and function, right? In certain circumstances, this response is going to be appropriate due to the relationship. In others, you'd have to take some other tack because maybe that relationship is different. You can come up with any number of examples yourselves for that. I know a couple of us had a certain person for a teacher. And this teacher would, he could be described as brusque a bit, not particularly warm and cuddly. Although, you come to find out he's actually just a big teddy bear. But, he swore like a sailor. And admittedly, my first reaction upon speaking to him for the first time is, what a jerk! And I didn't use the word jerk, but we'll let that suffice. It came to me over the course of having spoken to him more, having done some kongans with him at retreats, just chatting before precept ceremonies, stuff like that, that he wasn't belligerent. He was maybe a little rough around the edges, but that was his personality. I wouldn't say it was his true nature. As far as I'm concerned, we're all one huge being that's manifested in meat bags with 8 billion personalities. But one thing you could say about old Wanji was that he seemed pretty free. He wasn't responding to things by how people would take it. It wasn't a I don't care, I don't give a damn, even nihilistic, it doesn't matter anyway. It was more an unencumbered approach. And reflecting upon that over the last few days, it came to me that maybe since, so far as I'm aware, and I Googled it and I couldn't find anything, that maybe what would mean something at this point is free mind. We can think of free as the mind of put it all down, not carrying baggage around. It's just that kind of mind. So here's my instruction to you, Calamericans et al. See what you can do about manifesting free mind. See how that would come out. What responses, what actions, what thoughts, what speech would be manifested when you're exemplifying free mind. All right. So, we'll go back for another 15 minutes of meditation once I reset the timer. If you have no patience, the limitless compassionate functioning of the 6 paramitas cannot be attained. Stand by. I am going to try something. Dun, dun, dun. Not that. Okay, well, perhaps some other time. Let's chant the Heart Sutra. I was going to try and paste it into the chat, but I don't have anything to paste it from at this point, which means I also don't have anything to screen share for the benefit of our new friend Miles. But chanting words means nothing. Mahaprajna Paramita Hridaya Sutra Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva when practicing deeply the Prajna Paramita perceives that all five skandhas are empty and is safe from all suffering and distress. Shariputra, form does not differ from emptiness. Emptiness does not differ from form. That which is form is emptiness. That which is emptiness, form the same is true. Feelings, perceptions, impulses, consciousness, Shariputra, all dharmas are marked with emptiness. They do not appear or disappear, are not tainted or pure, do not increase or decrease. Therefore in emptiness, no form, no feelings, perceptions, impulses, consciousness, no eyes, no ears, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no color, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, no object of mind, no realm of eyes, and so forth until no realm of mind consciousness, no ignorance, and also no extinction of it, and so forth until no old age and death, and also no extinction of them, no suffering, no origination, no stopping, no path in cognition, also no attainment, with nothing to attain. The Bodhisattva depends on Prajna Paramita, and the mind is no hindrance. Without any hindrance, no exists apart from every perverted view. One dwells in nirvana. In the three worlds, all Buddhas depend on Prajna Paramita and attain Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. Therefore know that Prajna Paramita is the great transcendent mantra, is the great bright mantra, is the utmost mantra, is the supreme mantra, which is able to relieve all suffering and is true, not false. also proclaim the Prajnaparamita mantra. Proclaim the mantra which says Gate Gate Para Gate Parasam Gate Bodhi Swaha. Gate Gate Para Gate Parasam Gate Bodhi Swaha. Gate Gate Para Gate Parasam Gate Bodhi Swaha. Let us chant Venerable Wanji's loving kindness meditation. May I be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to me. May no difficulties come to me. May I have a calm and peaceful mind. May I have patience, insight, courage, and compassion in meeting the challenges of life. May my parents be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they have a calm and peaceful mind. May they have patience, insight, courage, and compassion in meeting the challenges of life. May my teachers be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they have a calm and peaceful mind. May they have patience, insight, courage, and compassion in meeting the challenges of life. May my teachers be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they have a calm and peaceful mind. May they have patience, insight, courage, and compassion in meeting the challenges of life. May family members and relatives be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they have a calm and peaceful mind. May they have patience, insight, courage, and compassion in meeting the challenges of life. May friends and acquaintances be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they have a calm and peaceful mind. May they have patience, insight, courage, and compassion in meeting the challenges of life. May unfriendly people and my enemies be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they have a calm and peaceful mind. May they have patience, insight, courage, and compassion in meeting the challenges of life. May unknown persons be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they have a calm and peaceful mind. May they have patience, insight, courage, and compassion in meeting the challenges of life. May all beings, with form and without form, visible, invisible, born or coming to birth, large and small, from the highest realm of existence to the lowest, be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they have a calm and peaceful mind. May they have patience, insight, courage, and compassion in meeting the challenges of life. Let's do our dedications of merit. I have a few, and anyone who would like to add anyone in will have the opportunity. All sentient beings are one seamless body and pass quickly from birth to death. We remember those who cared for us and are gone, those who are ill, those who are at war, who are hungry and who are in pain. May they heal and have peace. We especially dedicate our service to Brian Unger, Mike Gingy Wood, Sienna Wood, Amy Rowan. Would anyone care to add anyone in?
Barry, Juanita, and Wolf.
Anyone else?
The Sheridan family and the Wood family, and any of those suffering in the world from sickness and being unhealthy.
Any others?
My Lynn fam.
All Buddhas throughout space and time, all honored ones, Bodhisattva Mahasattvas, wisdom beyond wisdom, Maha Prajna Paramita. We'll recite our faith and practice vow. I will never retreat and will be firm in my mind in this correct Dharma. I will escape from the samsaric cycle of birth and death, and definitely will see my original face. I will be sure to inherit the life of insight of the Buddha and save all sentient beings. Brother Hengdahl.
The spiritual source shines clearly in the light. The branching streams flow on in the dark. Infinite realms of light and dark convey the Buddha mind. Birds and trees and stars and we ourselves come forth in perfect harmony. We practice and recite this for all beings, in grateful thanks to our many guides along the way.
And we'll recite the 4 great Bodhisattva vows. Sentient beings are numberless. We vow to help them all. Delusions are countless. We vow to see through them all. Opportunities to awaken are infinite. We vow to embrace them all. The Buddha way is endless. We vow to embody it. It is extremely difficult to get a human body, so don't waste the opportunity to practice hard. Once you miss this chance, it will be very difficult to get it again. If you don't attain strength in your practice, only your karma will remain when you die. Time is of the utmost importance for a Zen practitioner. Don't waste even one moment. If you have one mind, even at that time, you can get enlightenment.